How y'all doing out there? This is your boy Easy Work Boxing, baby. About to hit you everywhere but under your feet with this one. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. How y'all doing today? I'm sorry for the delay, since my last video. We gotta talk about this, and this is a late video. The fight been over with. Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather. You gotta give a shout out to Floyd Mayweather. I just watched the fight hype interview, and Floyd Mayweather just basically letting people know how powerful he is and that he still controls boxing. Now, yeah, Canelo is the #1 pound for pound fighter in the world. Yes, Canelo is the highest paid boxer. But yet, as long as Floyd Mayweather lives, he outshines Canelo Alvarez. I wasn't a fan of this fight. I did not like the Logan Paul fight. I was very scared, hoping that Floyd Mayweather didn't go out there and get, knocked out or hurt by Logan Paul from his side. I was amazed at Floyd watching the highlights of the fight, because that's why in my title I say Floyd Mayweather can beat 168 pounder. If you watch the fight, if you watch, the highlights of the fight, between him and Logan Paul. Logan Paul is 190 pounds, and you can still see the strength of Floyd Mayweather, grappling with Logan Paul. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there watching it, and nobody can really say that Floyd didn't look good. Okay, nobody can say he was sluggish or that he lost something. To me, I'm sitting here watching it now. To me, he looked like the same fighter, just older, with a beard and with hair on his head. Still moves fast. You know what I'm saying? The only difference was, the reach of Logan Paul was difficult for him, which it should be. Logan is big as hell. And he still made it through that. So, a lot of people saying, this and that. Like, I seen a Facebook picture where they got this little Asian kid versus Floyd Mayweather. What they say? June 25th or July 25th or something like that. It's funny as hell. But hey, at the end of the day, Floyd showed you how powerful he is, because he came back and just made $100 million for fighting Logan Paul. Now, we could sit and talk shit. I could talk shit all day, which I have talked shit about the fight. But like he said, at the end of the day, the guy talking shit about me go back to his house, and I go back to my house. Which that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because LeBron James, said something similar like that, years ago. But when you think about it, these are still people. We sometimes act like they're not people. And when somebody is happy for you not being successful, even though they might say it don't bother them, it does bother them. So sometimes I kind of feel LeBron James when he said it. And I've been angry with LeBron James for years about that. For saying that, at the end of the day, they go back to how they live and I go back to how I live. It's a yin and yang to it, but you have to put yourself in them people's position. They get totally disrespected, and a lot of stuff happens to celebrities outside of stuff that we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, very disrespectful shit. And, as a person, you can only take so much. If you want to hurt my feelings, I can say some shit to hurt yours too. Because as human beings, they know how it is out here. They know what it was before they went and got their money. They know the struggle. So, if you want to talk shit, I could bash you a little. Hey, it's a yin and yang. You know what I'm saying? It's a cold world. It's a cold world. If you want to go below the belt, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you got your guard up. They saying it did 1.2 million. Okay, now I'm finna show y'all once again, the difference between a boxing superstar and a household name. You see, no boxer right now is doing 1.2 million. Now, Mike Tyson and Roy Jones did 1 million. Them OGs, you see what I'm saying? Mike Tyson is a household name. Roy Jones Jr. is a household name. 1 million views. Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul. 1 million views. Floyd hold on. Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, and all on Canelo all on ain't went over 500,000 views yet for pay-per-view. Now, I'm not talking about Canelo when he fought Mayweather back in the day. I'm talking about the fights that they are doing. Well, Canelo really ain't putting no fights on pay-per-view. So you can't add Canelo in there. But none of the fighters that are on pay-per-view right now are adding up to what Floyd just did and Mike Tyson and Roy Jones just did. So that's why when y'all talk this pay-per-view talk with Errol Spence and all these other fighters, y'all don't know what the hell y'all talking about. Because them numbers is low as hell compared to what Floyd and them used to do. The only household name that's really left, in Tyson Fury has become a household name. Deontay Wilder was on his way to becoming one. But the only real household name is Manny Pacquiao. In my opinion, Manny Pacquiao is the last standing household name right now. But that just show y'all the difference of when I be on my channel and I be like, they boxing superstars. The whole world don't know them. Boxing is not a sport like basketball or, you know what I'm saying? You have to be a real big name. You just have to ask people, you know what I'm saying? What boxers you know? Name some boxers. A regular average person, they gonna say Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao. You see what I'm saying? Sugar Ray Leonard. Shit like that. But to me, from the way Floyd was fighting, man, Floyd can go out there. If you see the fighter and you watch the highlights, man, you can really see Floyd Mayweather has a lot of strength to be a little man. I mean, the way he was grappling with Logan Paul. Logan Paul putting his elbow under his chin. Floyd was really handling him a little. If you look at the fight, if you really come outside of the hate of it, if you really watch that fight, you could really see that Floyd was really handling Logan Paul. Now, I'm not saying if Logan Paul was really a professional fighter that Floyd would be able to do all that, but from the strength of how Floyd was wrestling and grappling with him, even at 40 years old, I could see Floyd beating a 168-pounder right now today. Still got his reflexes, still fast. But, you know, like he said, he didn't even really train for this fight. He said he'll never, you know what I'm saying, probably even have an exhibition again. You know, but I wasn't a fan of this fight. I'm just going to be real with you, you know. I was more hoping anything that Floyd did not go out there and just, by some mistake, get hit by this guy and then he loses his entire legacy off an exhibition match. Yeah, people think 3,000 pay-per-view buys is the shit now. Yeah, Pacquiao is the last household name for real. But yeah, Floyd still got it, man. Even at the age he is now. To be wrestling, and he could probably be. See, he could probably really come back right now with the skills he got. He still got his reflexes, still fast. He can just cherry pick a champion at 168, 160, 154. If he can handle and wrestle with a 190-pounder, he can go out there and beat a 154-pounder, 160, 168. But Floyd, like, fuck that. I'd rather just stay back here and make these millions, these 300 millions, 100 millions fighting exhibition spar matches. And I told y'all, for everybody who out here hating and saying that shit about Floyd, at the end of the day, you chose to buy the shit. So if you bought it, leave that shit alone. Don't get on there. What the fuck was you expecting? Goddamn back-to-back punches to the head or some shit? It's a fucking exhibition. Why the fuck would you buy an exhibition match and expect blood and shit? or Floyd didn't knock him out. Who gives a fuck? I got $100 million to go play in the ring. Whatever anybody want to say, I can say it. I didn't like the fight. I told y'all not to pay for it. I said y'all crazy as hell if you pay for it. But at the end of the day, what our opinions don't stop that check. Our opinions don't stop his check. He just, man, at the end of the day, man, when I be saying that Floyd is the best ever, man, I don't be saying that shit just because I'm not the average channel, okay? I'm no bias talk, no racism. I don't kiss nobody ass, ride nobody protest. When I have watched boxing for years, and when I watch this dude, there will never be another him. There will never be another Floyd, y'all. That man just perfected his daddy. The person that we ought to thank is his daddy, bro. His daddy made him that way. His daddy made him that way, bro. We ain't gonna never see another Floyd, bro. Probably in another 50 years, 30 years from now. No. The skills, bro. It is not just punching each other in the face and, you know what I'm saying, body shots. This motherfucker was a scientist in the ring, bro. He was just a fucking scientist. Like, all right, I'm finna show you how he just fucked my mind up when I watch him. When he fight Canelo, him and Canelo standing, you know what I'm saying, face to face, and you know he set Canelo up through a jab. And as soon as he threw his jab out there, Canelo threw his. And he feinted. And when he feinted, Canelo tried to block the jab. He came round over the top and smacked him over the right. I said, this bitch. I said, this motherfucker can fight, bro. How you break somebody down and you know he's like chesting him. And he's so small with it. Literally, he threw the jab out there. Canelo waited, threw his jab out there. He dodged it. He feinted. As soon as Canelo threw it, he threw it and came pop. I said, this motherfucker the truth, man. This nigga the truth. He the truth. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all this. As long as Floyd Mayweather lives, he gonna always put shade over whoever the pound for pound person is. He gonna always put shade over them. Now he already passed the torch to Terrence Crawford. This was about a year or two ago. Even though right now I don't agree that Terrence Crawford is the #1 pound for pound due to lack of fighting. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason. But shit, I forgot what I was. But I don't. You know what I'm saying? That he's a #1 pound for pound. But Floyd passed the torch to Terrence and told everybody. Terrence Crawford is the pound for pound fighter in the world. But like I said, in my opinion, Canelo got it right now due to inactivity. But the man just know the sport. He know how to fight. He know what he doing in that ring, man. It amazes me when I see this man fight. You gotta look at it. This is a 40-year-old out here fighting a 190-pound motherfucking, what it is, a light heavyweight? Nah, that's Deontay Wilder size. You might as well say a heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? With people who gonna criticize, yes, of course, I know it's not a real fight. I know it's not a real fight. But just look at it and watch it. And see how he was handling a 190-pounder. You can't tell me Floyd Mayweather can't get in there and possibly beat a 168-pounder, 160-pounder right now. He still got his strength. He wrestling with Logan Paul, man. He wrestling. Did you hear me? Wrestling with Logan Paul. But like I said, at the end of the day, we could criticize, we can talk. Facebook, hey, let me tell you something though. Facebook be going in on Floyd Mayweather Jr. Facebook, if y'all on Facebook, man, get y'all some follow y'all like Boxing Gist and UK Boxing and boy, they stay on Floyd. You know what I'm saying? They stay on Floyd Mayweather. Now I don't know if he knocked Logan out. I ain't seen nothing about he knocked him out. But Pacquiao Mayweather 2 for what? The fuck would no Pacquiao Mayweather 2, no. So he like Floyd said, so he can make another excuse. That's all we're gonna hear, another excuse. What your ankle was hurting this time, man, Pacquiao. Your back was hurting, man, Pacquiao. It's gonna be another excuse when he get his ass kicked. Yeah. But Canelo on this, I wasn't in my prime. I would be. You was in your prime. You was young as hell. You've been fighting since you were 15. You've been fighting since you were 15. How the hell you talking about you wasn't ready, but before the fight, I'm born ready. I was born ready. And when I then got your ass tapped, now goddamn, I wasn't in my prime shit. Yeah, it was. I mean, I agree with you, low key. I got to be. I'd be a damn lie if I didn't say it wasn't dumb. But at the end of the day, EOD, baby. End of the day, Floyd Mayweather just went and made $100 million. $100 million. Whether we like it or love it, the man just went out there and got paid, y'all. Now, to me, does this hurt the sport of boxing? No. Anybody who say that this right here hurts the sport of boxing, they just hate. Because they ain't say that shit about Muhammad Ali that day. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So everybody who run around here saying Muhammad Ali is the greatest of all time, I don't hear none of y'all shitting on him because he did exhibition matches. Yeah. Huh? I mean, what's the big issue? I mean, what's the deal? Why is it because it's Floyd Mayweather who's making the money off exhibition matches now, being criticized and this and that and all this? Now, I'm along with you. I don't like the fact of the exhibition matches, but I'm just showing you the difference of how Floyd get treated and how people really just don't like him. You see what I'm saying? Maybe it could be from jealousy, hate, the fact that he can make too much money. You never know where it stems from, but at the same time, you hear no one bashing Muhammad Ali for doing the same thing. Muhammad Ali did exhibition matches. Have you ever heard anybody bash him for it? Have you ever heard anybody say anything negative about Muhammad Ali because he did exhibition matches? And I don't want to go into no civil rights and where he didn't want to go. Don't do that. We're talking about boxing. We talking about boxing. We ain't talking about what they did outside the ring. Yeah. See, sometimes you just got to hear from both sides, You got to go to a real channel like this one and let somebody break it down for you. With everybody talking, Muhammad Ali did the same thing. Manny Pacquiao wanted to do the same thing. Other fighters are following his trend even more now. Everybody want to fight. Shit, Oscar De La Hoya even want to fight St. Pierre, whatever the hell his name is in the UFC. Oh. But he ain't the king, though. Shit, Floyd made the show 24. I mean, the flow. What the show was on 24/7 on Showtime. Bob Arum then made 24 Blood, Sweat, and Tears. That man a trendsetter in the sport of boxing, man. That did everything. You just can't deny. You can be mad all you want, but you can't deny it. But that show you the difference of how people choose to dislike and dislike. But that's how you know if you really sit there and ask a person, you'll have to be like, for what reason don't you like this person? Because look at it, like I just brought up Muhammad Ali and I just brought up Floyd Mayweather. Both boxers, both did exhibition matches, but yet Floyd is dog for doing exhibition matches. But the fighter who the world says is the greatest of all time did them as well. So what's people comments on that? I wonder what are people saying? What are people comments on that? So what is it about Floyd Mayweather that you just say what you dislike? See, that's how you know a lot of people just full of shit and run their mouth. No, you dislike him for another reason. Because the fighter that you sit up and tell me all the time is the greatest fighter of all time did the same shit. So what's your problem with Floyd? Y'all know I spit that heat rock. I give it to him raw and uncut, baby. You know how I go in here. You know how I go in here. Oh, I gotta send a link up if anybody want to get on. We said that fight should suck. Ain't Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. doing one? Like I said, everybody following the trend. And he started, well, he didn't start it, but he brought it back. Now everybody want to do it. What's that? Canelo had about 44 fights. Had already beat Centron, Mosley, Baltimore, and Trout before he got watched by Floyd. Exactly. That's why when they be doing all that complaining and bitching and shit about that, oh man, that fight was this and Canelo was green. Canelo was fighting since he was goddamn 15 years old. The fuck is you talking about? They don't even know about their own fighter that they sitting up there kissing ass for. That's what be pissing me off when they be getting the comments. I just be looking at them like, you don't even know what you talking about. You still trying to back up a guy that don't even know you, and you don't even know what you talking about for you to say you are well. Because when I come back at you, you gonna say, oh, I'm not a fan like that. But you got to be to come at me sideways about a guy you don't know. You see what I'm saying? That's what pisses me off. You don't even know what you're talking about the fighter that you so upset about. It's crazy. Thank you, Jenna Rocks. All the way. Where you say you from, brother? Filipino PH watching from Milan, Italy. I salute. Thank you. I salute. Thank you, bro. I salute you. Y'all hit the like button. You got people from overseas watching me. You understand me? Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. But man, Floyd said he's not gonna come back to boxing. I'm kind of hurt. I would like to see Floyd come back to real deal boxing, 12 rounds, just to show and prove to all the haters, you know what I'm saying, that I ain't no joke. You know, he wasn't no joke, and I think he can do it. But at the same time, why risk? Why risk everything I worked for over these years, you know, just to prove a point to people when I'm making more money, like he said himself, doing sparring matches. He making more money doing sparring matches. Why would he go step in the ring, take a chance of probably getting hurt, knocked out at 44 years, 43 years old? Now, yes. Do I love what Manny Pacquiao is doing right now? Yes, I do. I really do. He deserves a lot of acknowledgement, a lot of acclaim for what he's going out there doing, man. Fighting Errol Spence, going to fight Keith Thurman, Adrian Broner at the age right now. And people, you know, they look at that, and that's very well that Manny Pacquiao is doing that. He, you know what I'm saying? He's showing us that, you know, he still got the heart to go out there and fight. Not saying that Floyd don't have the heart. But at the end of the day, and I hate to say this because people get mad, but it's the truth. At the end of the day, Manny Pacquiao can go out and fight until he's 49 years old. And at the end of the day, I know it hurts. I know it hurts. He still lost to Floyd Mayweather. So he will never be better than Floyd. That's just the truth. But I commend him very much. I love what he's doing. He's a all-time great. Manny Pacquiao. He is a division champion, hell of a fighter. I take nothing away from him. I can never take his accomplishments or his talents from him. Even when I say my things about steroids usage, I'm not that type of guy. He still accomplished way more in this world than me and seen more than me, so I can never downgrade this man. But when it comes to boxing, you know what I'm saying? I had to go in and I had to tell the truth. But yeah, I really love what he's doing. But at the end of the day, he will never be better than Floyd Mayweather. He could fight till he's 60 years old. He could fight. Let me put it to you like this: he could fight Errol Spence's son 20 years from now and win. They still gonna mention, oh, he lost to Floyd. That's just the truth of it. You know, people love always in this career, you know, oh, Floyd ducked this person, Floyd ducked that person. They don't tell you how many motherfuckers duck Floyd. Don't tell you how many motherfuckers didn't want to see Floyd. And let me tell y'all something. I ain't always been no fan of Floyd like that. Go back and watch some of my old videos. You know what I'm saying? Go back and watch some of my old videos. But you know what I was more caught up in what was being said and not what I saw. Not what I saw. Until I really broke down and watched Floyd for myself and really seen what he was capable of and what he had. The man the best ever, bro. Outside of boxing, business-wise, and in the ring. Ain't nobody did more than he did. Ain't nobody accomplished more. Ain't nobody broke more records than he did. Went through more champions than he did. So, fuck what people be talking about. I'm not a dick rider. I don't follow no man because they got money. I'm just telling you, when I watch this man fight, it's like, imagine if they put his brain into a cyborg. Or they could put his brain, man. Nigga be getting that. Imagine you could download what's in this boy's head about boxing, how he think about that shit, and put it in a goddamn computer or something like that. That's the you know, like in the movie Terminator or something like that. Man, that robot will be fucking people up. I'm telling you. If you could download Floyd Mayweather fight mine and put it on a system, on some data, download it and put it into another person or another being or whatever, you be running up your getting hit all night. Just be getting played with. Thank you, Robert, for the donation. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Yeah. But I'm trying to see if anybody was gonna get on. He pulls a foreman, he's TBH. Pacquiao was injured in the Floyd fight. Floyd knew that too. Plus he was 8th division champion, which is just crazy as well. Like they say, I didn't see Manny Pacquiao complaining about no arm. Manny Pacquiao could have signed this piece of paper before the fight He didn't sign a piece of paper before the fight saying he had no damn arm injury. And now all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Carl, but Carl, that's what I'm saying. If you put, I knew somebody was gonna say that with Ali. That's why I said that. If you put Ali besides all that black power shit, all that I'm not going to jail, no Vietnam to go to war shit, when you just talk about boxing, fuck all that. At the time, they say he's the greatest of all time. If you say that Muhammad Ali is the greatest of all time and he did exhibition matches, how can you diss Floyd Mayweather? That's basically what I'm saying. If the person that many people have said that he's the greatest of all time, or they say some people say Sugar Ray Robinson, but if you're a person who said that that Muhammad Ali is the greatest of all time, and he did exhibition matches, how can you diss Floyd Mayweather when the person that you said the greatest did? See, that's how you can right then and there depict whether or not some people just being biased and some people be knowing what the fuck they be talking about. Then you'll know. See, there's certain questions that need to be asked, then you'll understand it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know that one thing, whoever put this up on YouTube, they got a whole bunch of commercials. Then Floyd was like, what fighter you know that getting paid $30 million from just having logos on their trunks? Logos on his trunk, he's making $30 million. And people talking shit. Well, Floyd, I would have stood up on the ropes for a whole 12 rounds, holding up a whatever logo you needed me to hold up, and all you had to pay me was goddamn $20,000 that night. I just stood up on the whole rope with a flag of what you want me to hold for 36 minutes, bro. For 20 racks. People crazy as hell. People crazy as hell. Hold on, let me see. You said I'm not at all giving more money to charity than any boxer. Oh no, what you mean? I'm not Ali have given more to charity than any other boxer. Charities don't exist, bro. That shit tax write off and just lies. Charity don't exist. Trust me, I'm straight after projects. I have never seen somebody walk up and feed me and my family and say, oh, this is from the Muhammad Ali Foundation. This is from the Oprah Winfrey Foundation. That shit don't exist. That shit fairy tale. That shit don't exist, bro. Real shit. You can't name, I bet you any kind of money, if you think I'm lying, you can't name one person on this earth so they got anything from Muhammad Ali charity. Now, I'm not saying personally he gave some too. I'm talking about from a charity called the Muhammad Ali Foundation. They went out, sent food, shoes, and clothing to people because that shit ain't real. And we're not talking about charities. We're not talking about what they did for black people, white people, green people. We're talking about boxing. Like I said, if anybody calls Muhammad Ali the greatest boxer of all time, and Muhammad Ali did exhibition matches, how can you be mad at Floyd Mayweather? So basically, there are some biased situations going on. If you can say that Muhammad Ali is the greatest ever, and he did exhibitions, but now people are dissing Floyd Mayweather for making $100 million and doing exhibitions. So evidently, it's something beyond exhibition matches. That's my point. It's something beyond it. You know, I'm just gonna give it to you the way it is now. I'm just gonna give it to you the way it is. But y'all, it looked like, you know what I'm saying? I had enough. You know, it's 35 minutes. I've been on for a long time. You know, just want to speak my just due on this situation, you know, because, you know, a lot of talk gonna be said. You know, a lot of people gonna hate it. But the fact of the matter remains, this man made $100 million to go spar. So hate it or love it, he winning. He winning. Well, y'all, it's time for me to get off. You know, I will be back on later on with another video. I want to thank y'all for y'all love and y'all support. Y'all stay tuned to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Hit that notification bell. Most of all, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Hit that notification. If you like to donate to the channel, donations can also come from sharing the videos, from going to other platforms and mentioning Easy Work Boxing. If you want to donate to the channel monetarily, I have PayPal, Cash App connected to the channel. Whatever you like to give, I will truly appreciate it. Or you can just share the video. But most of all, man, I thank y'all for y'all love and y'all support. Y'all have y'all good day out here. This is Easy Work Boxing.